Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to do a bit of Title Tuesday commentary, but firstly, just want to talk about somebody that I played recently. This is this guy, VCR Marco. And I lost to VRC Marco, sorry, from Germany. And I lost to VRC Marco, the rapid play game. He was rated at approximately 2300 at rapid, but a 1 minute is about 1616 after 30 games. So this game is an example where he played a 1 minute game, and so far all kind of normal, nothing really special about the game. Okay, it's a 1 minute game. Already that's some sort of blunder actually, because you shouldn't really probably allow 95 there. Because now, but actually no, you're okay if you go bishop f5 probably. He didn't find bishop f5 when queen d6, that blunders a piece, that already quite a bad move. And then king f8 also very strange. Queen g3 was played, hitting the queen, rook g8, queen d6. So this is an example of the game that he's played at 1 minute. Now when you look at the game, that he played against this guy who I believe is Andras, who's quite a well-known chess personality. And this game was played at rapid play time control. VRC Marco continued to gain points at 24-22. Seem to be struggling, seem to be struggling to get that game. This I don't know why this game is struggling to load. Let's have another look at that game. Yeah. So he has lost some games of rapid play, but for some reason this game's struggling to load. But yeah, it's again, I don't know what the highest ratings are for rapid play online. Yeah, anyway, is there any other games? This game for some reason won't seem to load. Let's see, is there any other games? But we played this game as well. For some reason it's struggling to load, I don't know why, but anyway, VRC Marco has played 2 games. If you look at the games, they're very, very accurate games. And really like demolition jobs of the opponent. Coming off a rating of 1616 at bullet. He goes up at blitz. It goes up like exponentially, and then he jumps up to 24-22. Now the account has been closed for fair play, so I think that's a good sign that chess.com are actually listening. What somebody was saying earlier on social media, that apparently there's more cheating going on at rapid play than any other time control. There's a lot more cheating going on at rapid play. Now why is that rather than bullet and blitz? I think it's just easier to cheat at rapid play probably because you have more time to check the engine. Certainly a bullet is hard to cheat. You can however use some kind of bot possibly, as I've heard, so I've been told, obviously. But yeah, I think it's just disappointing because you feel like when you play on that rapid play, you want to show how good you are. And you want to find out how good you are. Like if I play on there, I want to see how I match up against some of the best players in the world. What I need to do. But if you're constantly running into people like this who are cheating, then you're not going to find that out. Because you're going to keep losing games randomly to people you should really beat. And that is a disappointing factor for me. You know, because I would like to play. I think rapid play is a more relaxing time control than playing bullet. Bullet is like a nervous, emotional fest. But rapid play is more of an enjoyable kind of a thing, in my opinion. There's a lot of fuss actually at the moment being made about. So hopefully VRC Marco learnt his lesson. Will come back at some point and play fairly. Although I do think with cheats, what they should do is they should ban them for much longer. It should be much stricter bans. Because at the moment there's no discouragement from banning, from cheating. Really, you know, you just apologise, you get your account back. All this stuff like that. Hans Niemann, come back, mate. Now you're number 3 in the world. All this kind of stuff. I'm going to try and play tournaments. Hang on. Oh, that was the reason I couldn't, because I wasn't actually logged in. That was the reason I couldn't access that game. Anyway, take my word for it. If you want to look at the game, it was a very, very accurate game. So I wonder why I couldn't... Right, so here we go. We're going to try and play this. Of course, it's very nerve-wracking. Hikaru now got a massive rating. He's kind of boosting it a little bit by farming, as it said. But yeah, I mean, what is Hikaru's rapid play rating on chess.com? And the top players, I'll be intrigued to know what their kind of ratings are. Yeah, what was going back to what I was saying, they're trying to popularise this freestyle chess, which was originally called Fischer Random. Obviously, they dropped that because they didn't want an association with Bobby Fischer, given his anti-Semitic remarks. So they moved on to Chess 960. And now I kind of feel like they're force-feeding this chess freestyle. And everyone's going on about how great it is, but I just don't see it. I like the whole pattern with chess, the fact that you know where it starts, you know. Of course, the problem is with chess, as we know, there's too much theory in the game now. It's kind of being demolished by, all the mysteries of chess have really been demolished by these neural network engines that are just smashing through positions like crazy. And, so that makes something like World Championship match discouraging for someone like Magnus Carlsen. Doesn't want to play World Championship matches anymore because he feels it's just more about preparation than it is about the game. Chess game should be about a game. It's a mental battle. You're kind of defeating the whole object of the game if you're spending all this time preparing. It should be about how good you are as a chess player. Generally is. But that is the whole point of chess, freestyle chess, freestyle GOAT challenge or whatever they're trying to rebrand it as. But I just find, to me, it looks aesthetically unpleasing. It just looks wrong. I think part of the reason why chess is a very popular game is, firstly, the board is quite small. So you could make the board larger to make it even more complex in theory. Or you could introduce more pieces. But the reason why chess is a very popular game is because it's very dynamic. And that is because it's quite a small, relatively small board compared to maybe some board games you could play. And the pieces, you know where the pieces are. It's the repeatability of chess that, to me, makes it aesthetic, makes it interesting. I don't like Chess 960. It looks ugly. Be honest. But they're trying to popularise it because I think they're aware that normal chess is on its last legs to a certain extent. And where do you go with it? I feel sorry for the younger players coming into the game that are like, they love, when I was younger, we had all these stuff like, we had these Kasparov cardboard matches. I remember watching Kasparov versus Nigel Short in the Speed Chess Challenge. The computers weren't such a big thing then. It was actually when I was starting playing my teenage years, actually, funny enough, I got good by playing against computers. And I had one of these Mephisto kind of computers that you could play. She had a physical board. I remember the cat peed on it, funny enough. So I couldn't use one of them. I had to, get rid of that because it just stunk. But, like dead now. The cat obviously died many, many years ago. But, yeah, we're going back to like the early 1990s. And, yeah, so computers were starting to become a thing then, but it wasn't a massive thing now. It wasn't a massive obsession about opening theory and You know, people weren't changing their openings so much because they were afraid of computer preparation. You know, we've seen in recent years that openings like the Italian opening become very popular because people feel that they can just get a position where they can play without it being analysed to death. But increasingly that's becoming analysed to death as well. So yeah, it's an interesting debate, the whole computer thing, and you know what. And I think in other industries people will discover the same thing. That, right, okay, here we are. I'm babbling too much, probably because I'm nervous. And a little bit not as nervous as I have been with title cheats. I'm going to try some deep breathing, but you just know you're up against very, very strong players, so it's tough to win. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to win this tournament, but you know, someone won it last year. It was only about 2,800 himself. I think he started it. Is it this Polish guy, it's like puzzle, what's his name again? Like a puzzle expert. But not one of the top players, right? Not even 3,000 plus, I think. So, you just never know, you know, it's blitz, anything's possible. But yeah, we'll just see how we go. And I'll try not to withdraw because I think withdrawing is a kind of a loser. It's a loser strategy, right? What's everyone up to today anyway? Has anyone done anything interesting today? Has anyone, you know, discovered the secrets of the universe? Invaded a fellow galaxy? Right, here we go. Here we bloody go. Good luck to me. Can I divorce myself from the fear? This guy, GM Speed of Light, that's Andrew Tang, I think. I've got one shot, who seems to be from Israel. Good luck, one shot. Unless you're cheating, unless you're one of these smart cheaters. Yeah, I get this line a lot, Bishop E5 check. Maybe, yeah, A6 normally. So, yeah, you can go B5. Okay, straight up move, which is a move, yeah. Maybe Rook B8. Is he going to take and go Knight C3? Maybe he'll take. Take and Knight C3. Yeah. Maybe Knight C3 I can just go B4 or C4 is also an option. Okay, he wants to go E5, D4. Slightly weird the way he's played it, but not too bad. I mean, I could go E5 here. Again, he'll probably target the B5 pawn. For something like Knight C3. If I go E6, D4, take, Knight takes, yeah. So maybe I'll go E5 just to try to block that idea. And now I would expect Knight C3, or Knight A3 actually is a good move, which I've missed. Yeah, seems very unclear at the moment. Probably Knight A3, B4, Knight C4, Bishop E7. He's gone there. It does allow C4. So Queen C2 is a move. He's just coming back. Okay, I'll develop. Ah, this I missed. Alright, so I'm going to take... Castle he wants B4, this is a problem. Is that a serious issue? Not necessarily because I've got D5. ED, yeah, maybe I can get away with this. Oh, he's gone there, which I've missed. Yeah, so he's playing quite well, this guy. So there is a line like take on d4, knight d4, and then maybe bishop b7. Yeah, so maybe this. There's also knight e5, f4, queen b6 as an option. And then if bishop e3, you go knight g4. Oh, but knight e5 is dropping b4, right? So maybe this. If bishop b5, knight e4. If knight b5. Knight f5, knight e4. But you trade f3. And now the normal reaction would be to go d5, but d5 can go e5. There's also b4 as an option. Well, yeah, queen b. Really, you want to get like. Yeah, so try b4 just to kind of slow him down a little bit. So I'm getting short of time. I need to watch the clock. Just maybe spending too long explaining it and not enough time thinking about it. Right, so maybe he wants knight f5. Right, let's start with g6. Okay, rook e8. Okay, knight e5. They now want to go d5, so probably. Okay, if I trade, he takes with the pawn, right? This is the idea. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, which I've missed. It's knight fd7 maybe. But I don't like this anymore. Somehow this has gone a bit wrong. So it moves on knight b5. Okay, he could also trade and go f4. He could trade and go bishop b5 actually. Maybe he takes after to play out the pawn. Okay, we'll try taking, maybe move the knight out. Okay, we've got to hit this knight as soon as possible. Really don't want to lose this game to start off with. Don't want to start with a loss, right? Okay, I can't take. It's made that very clear. Maybe this. Actually, bishop f6 at some point if I get the opportunity. Oh, you can take and take on f7 and go queen d5. Yeah, I have knight c4 though, or knight f3. Knight f3 is just a total mess. There's also knight g4. Wow, that was a relief. Yeah, I somehow seemed to move into a different zone there. Okay. So I managed to, early title choose, managed to win the first game. Wasn't very impressive. Yeah, at some point I was obviously in big trouble. but not in the end game. I need to play a bit quicker, I feel, and yeah, I felt like rook e7 here. I'm doing quite well. I'm already a pawn up, maybe. I wasn't sure if knight f3 was the best move. Actually, probably there's better moves. There's knight g4 as well here. I'm slightly concerned about bishop f7, but probably knight g4 was stronger. Oh no, hang on. If knight c4 he goes queen, why is knight f3 not the best move? Is there a better move? What is the better move? It's not so clear to me. Yeah, knight f3 felt okay, but I was also concerned about bishop f7 and then queen c4. Maybe bishop f7 you just go king h8. Yeah, it's also maybe moved the queen after knight. Knight f3, queen f2 might have been a good move. Might have been completely in a state of confusion after that. Because if you take on e1, you take on c6. Sort of thing Hikaru would do. Probably knight f3 is not a very good move. So take on c4, but he takes the queen. Actually, there's even d5 here. No, that doesn't work, does it? I'm not sure what the best move is here. Maybe at home you can work out. Hikaru has 1 out of 1, very unsurprising. Obviously, Magnus Carlsen isn't playing because there's this freestyle GOAT challenge. Yeah, if you're a top player in chess, you get all these tournaments. You get invited. You know, if you're like a Magnus, well, there's only one Magnus, but if you're like, say, you know, someone in the top 10, you're probably going to get very good invites. You're going to stay at the best hotels. That's the way it should be. You're going to get well paid. But if you're at my level, well, you know, good luck. I did actually get invited to the Scottish Championships, which I'm quite happy about. I always like playing in Scotland, but fee is probably only just enough to cover the accommodation. I don't know what the prizes are yet. I haven't actually announced what the prizes are. I've just know that I'm playing. So it's a 9-round event. It will be eligible for norms. On the other hand, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, the only slight problem is I think there's 2 days with 2 games, which is kind of normal for European events now. So just cut. They've only got a limited budget. So in previous years in the Scottish Championships, they were making it into a weekender, which you don't really want to do for national championships. I think I could try maybe to see for sponsorship for tournaments like that. See if there's a local tournament that would be willing to, bankroll. I think that's what you need to do as a professional player. You need to be very proactive. That's part of the reason I started doing the YouTube, actually. It was just like, I realised that, I wasn't making any money. I'm not making any money. What do I need to do to change that? One of the things I could do that's within my power to do is do YouTube. And that would give me like more of a presence. I think next round's about to start. And see if it spirals from there. I don't know if I'll play one of the big boards already. Maybe not. I might avoid them for another round. Unless, of course, I don't win. But that was a tough game. Yeah, first round very tough. I thought for 1 minute that guy was cheating, but he clearly wasn't. Quite a decent player, actually. If he had cheated, he surely would have won the game. So yeah, you get paranoid about his cheating. So the other day I did say that guy I felt was cheating. I sensed it. It just, the whole game felt a bit weird. And just the difference in the ratings is fairly obvious. If you're 1600 strength, a bullet, or if you're 2300 strength at rapid play, you should be achieving a much higher rating than 1600 a bullet, even after only 30 games. There's a huge gulf for difference. I think people don't understand the gulf in difference between, say, a 2300 player and a 1600 player. It's just a massive gulf. So you can't say, oh, that guy's just not very good at bullet. Right, okay, so we've got FM, another FM. Title Tuesday, there's so many FMs. Good luck to Mr. FM Bilan. Don't know where he's from. I think he'll take. No, he's gone here. Okay. Maybe you go E3, more positional, right? So yeah, a lot of people do this now. They go bishop e7 and then they take. Then they go b5, which to be fair is a pretty good system. Okay, this guy's doing something else. I think the important thing is to move a bit quicker. The last game I did not. I was a bit too slow in that last game. Yeah, now they can go e5. Oh no, this is a system. And maybe queen c2 is a line. I've had this before, but I always forget the finer details. Another thing I should be doing, really doing a lot more work on my openings. That cost me at the weekend. I did that video, didn't I, where I played against very talented Belgian player, Daniel De Harder. Very, yeah, amazing. He won the Belgium Championship when he was 12, which is a bit like Firouzja. I think he won the Iranian Championships when he was 15. Well, when he was 12, sorry. And just a different level, really. Just like, you know, massive talent. So knight e5. So what are my candidate moves here? If I go knight e5, you can take on d4 potentially. Do I have a good follow up? There might be queen b3 there, but then he's got knight d5. There's rook d3, queen b6. Yeah, I'm not convinced that works. Maybe I should bring this rook across. So yeah, often when you don't know what to do, I feel like blitz, you just play a solid positional move. You can't see a good plan. The knight d5 is now a good move, actually. The problem that knight d5 is a bit of an issue. And when I go rook e5, you can go, yeah, well, all that's also playable. So knight e5 wants to just take on d4, right? I don't have a great follow-up. Rook e7 is bad. Yeah, this guy is playing well. He's playing very well, this guy. Yeah, another engine. Just continue the paranoia theme. Queen c3, I don't like. I might have to just try and defend the pawn here, which is not really what I wanted. Yeah, I think rook e3 was a mistake. He's got knight d5 now, which gives him a very nice position. But he might be more ambitious than that. He might take and go rook d8, or rook d8 immediately is also possible. Yeah, rook d8 immediately worries me, because knight e5 still queen d4. Then maybe you do have tricks on f7, but I'm not sure about it. Because it might be knight f7, rook f7, queen d4. So rook, yeah, well, he's gone there, which is so reasonable. Yeah, I feel like knight e5 is a good move here, because then you're hitting c6, but then he wants knight c6. Oh, actually, maybe I can just trade everything off. It's actually a bishop f7, knight e5, that's careless. I mean, okay, but he still has a bit of a problem here, because I'm threatening to take on c6, as well as taking on. But he can probably go bishop b3, queen c6. So bishop f7 and knight e5 there was better. Again, don't want to spend too much time, just play quickly, right? Because I feel like one of the issues with Title Tuesday is it just spend too long. Playing against good players, that's going to cost you. He's really getting into the nitty gritty of this position, but I just can't be asked. So I think he'll play a line like, yeah, he's going to play like bishop e6, queen c6. He's going to take. He's going to take now on c6, and then take on b3 and go a6. That's what I'm expecting. I mean, I might be better, but it's like, it's still like very, yeah, d5, he goes f, so he wants now maybe, yeah, maybe bring the king. Okay, so there's king c3, there's also f3. What does he do after this? Oh, he goes, yeah, I think I can maybe get away with this. I want to put the king on a5, right? Is my knight in trouble? Knight b8. Okay, just go here. Yeah, he's defending this immaculately. Very frustrating. Yeah, now I've got to be careful. I don't think I'm worse. Okay, we'll go here. King c3 though? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe g4 and then try and... Oh, he's got f4. Okay, we go here. Okay, here. Okay, it should be winning now. Okay, good. But I think it was at least a draw at some point, because he actually after b4, I think he could just go a4 as a draw. Yeah, like a4 as a draw. Yeah. So basically, I misplayed it horribly, but it was never that easy anyway. I don't think I was ever like easily winning. And he found a good defensive line with a6. Yeah, that was actually maybe because I had a big miss with not playing bishop e7. Actually, bishop e6 I should just take, right? Yeah, I could just go bishop f7, and that, you know, with the king exposed, it's going to be a big problem for black, I think. So, okay, so I managed to win that one. So now I'm on 2 out of 2. Probably going to be playing one of the big boys. Maybe Hikaru, yeah. Read about I shouldn't really be drinking these plastic bottles. So I read something that says you've got to use microplastics in it, in the water. And over time they accumulate in your body, can give you cancer. Another thing you can die of. We're all going to die anyway, so does it really matter? But yeah, you don't want to speed up the process. Yeah, death is inevitable. Do you think when you die you go to heaven or hell? Or do you think you go nowhere? I think most people now, they just think, well, you're just dead, that's it. I remember seeing a mummified body and yeah, I was in the British Museum like a few years ago, and I was thinking, it's 5,000 years old, and I was thinking, you know, all the remains of some person. And yeah, it kind of depressed me, because it made me realise just, you know, you're alive for a very short period of time, but the body is still there, and you're just dead for like so long. So maybe when I'm dead, I just want to be cremated and just throw my ashes into the wind. Yeah, because you're dead for so long, it's scary. And yeah, eternity is a very long time, right? So yeah, anyway, going very deep here, very, very deep. Ziriches is playing. I think that's Mamedyarov. Bjorknik is another guy that Kramnik is kind of flagged up as being a little bit suspicious, but we don't know. He did play very fast against me when I played him. He was playing like 1 minute speed, but he's obviously a good player and he's a GM. Right? So it's different, I think, when you accuse GMs, because obviously if they're cheating, some of them probably are, then you know, it's not as obvious because they're already good players. That guy I was talking about earlier, you know, his 1 minute suggested he wasn't a very good player. Or not at least not 2400 level that he was playing at, like Rapid Play. And chess.com obviously agreed with me because they closed the account. But yeah, that happens a lot, I think. Anyway, yeah, so another thing I was thinking chess.com could do potentially is create like a hall of shame. Because when that Hans Niemann scandal broke, there was somebody leaked a kind of details of GMs that had their accounts closed, which is quite interesting to read through. People you'd normally respect. Yeah, it would be interesting to actually to discourage cheating. Would be to maybe create like a hall of shame, like where you actually publish their details openly, rather than quietly closing people's accounts. Because that would greatly discourage cheating if you knew your name would be publicly plastered. The problem, the reason they wouldn't do that, I would guess, is it would encourage people to sue, you know, because then their reputations are tarnished. It might also discourage people from playing in the first place, you know, knowing that if they were falsely accused, you know, it's very rare, but some people are flagged up falsely, and your name was put on a roster of like scumbag cheats, then yeah, that would be a very depressing thing. So possibly they do it the right way, but I feel there should be stronger punishments for... Oh, here we are. I've got this guy, Andrakin. I don't think I've ever played him before, actually. So let's give it our best shot. We're 2800 now. Let's play against the great Andrakin, see what he does. He's a former finalist in the FIDE World Cup as well. Lost to Kramnik. And Kramnik is guy, you know, we're all talking about recently. I need to play quickly in this game. Of course they fucking do all this, don't they? Fuck's sakes. I don't know what to do against this. I remember Dubov did this as well. I'm just going to bore this guy to death. Problem is now, how do you create counterplay? Because at some point they're going to go like... Okay, Queen C7 is a move. I can maybe... But they go D5 probably, right? But they could even go D5, Bishop C3, Queen B3. Well, Queen B3 is another option. So how do I get counterplay here? So we've gone Bishop G5. So if we go E6, he might go D5. Okay, well, we can live with that. You could also win a pawn, but there's no way... Well, I don't think you'd try that. Actually, you can go Bishop E7, but... Okay, yeah, so this is the big problem. Maybe B6. Okay, if I trade Rook C8, how bad is that? So threatening knight Queen C4. If he goes Rook C1, I'll go Queen B7. I think he'll go Rook C1. Rook C1, Queen B7. Okay, he's gone there, which is a move that I had missed. Oh, but there is Queen C6, because you can't take because of Rook A8, I think. So now he has to trade. Trades and goes D5 is possible. Yeah, D5 you take, and then maybe Rook. Yeah, it's always tough when you play against good players, because it's very easy to get intimidated and be fearful of how good they are, which they obviously are very good. Okay, there's Rook C2. He's going to do something about... He's going to try and break this blockade I've got over D7. So Rook C2. Maybe I can try and win a pawn. Rook C2 looks... Oh, you can also go Rook D2 as well, of course. Rook C4 was another option. There's also Rook E1 threatening Rook E7, right? Okay, he's gone for that. What options do I have? I don't really want to go... Okay, I'm going to just play H6, so Bishop E7. He's also got bishop e3. Do I go rook a2 at some point? Bishop e7, rook e8, d6. Yeah, rook e8, d6. Okay, there's rook a2. What does he want after rook a2? Maybe he's got knight d4, knight b5, knight c7. Oh no, it's okay. He's breaking the blockade that way. Okay, there's bishop f8. There's also knight c5 actually. Knight c5 might be a good move. Knight c5 he takes and goes d7, right? This is his idea. But maybe bishop f8. I missed that move actually, which is careless. We'll try that move. You could also go rook c7 anyway. Okay, taking that's natural. I can take with a rook, which I missed. Very nervous here. Okay, he's also rook d8, rook c7, rook a4, but then he goes h3 or something. Now rook d8, rook c7 is rook check, right? So rook d8 is threatening maybe to go, maybe some move like knight f6. I could go rook d8, I don't know how bad it is. Well, knight c5 might be an idea. Maybe that makes more sense, right? Block rook. If I get knight c5, probably doing okay. Yeah, I can go knight e5 here. I take. Yeah, I take. Okay, there's rook f6 here. Rook e1, rook f2. Has he got mate? I was like, check, king here. You can go. Okay, so rook takes looks natural. Is there anything wrong with this move? So I'm going to. Oh, he's got rook f1, of course. For fuck's sakes. They'd probably sort of like blitz me on time, right? Yeah.